evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fantastic edition of Sit Back with Shaq and Anu. We're coming to you live on Channel 1 on Dialogue TV, live on PodHub platform on YouTube. As always, fantastic guests walking to our studio every day.
Not that they just walk into the studio.
We get them to walk.
We invite them. Anyway, welcome. No, nothing like that. You know, we are very picky and choosy about, you know, who we have on our show.
Of course.
And, you know, it's the best of the best. And, you know, obviously, the man to my right needs no introduction. At all. Because we are all in awe, actually. You know, I've been blabbing along, you know, just because Channa is right here. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Channa Wijewardene in the studio with us. Lots to talk about, celebrating 50 years of dance. And also we're talking to him about a brand new ballet, which is going to be released in November, in production right now. So lots to talk about on the show.
Absolutely. And as always, we've got a custom-built poll that we need to get into at the start of the show. But before that, a little message from our sponsors.
That's right. We'll get into... Also, don't forget, Dara's on the show with us, and we have the deal of the day where you can win the deal. And we'll start out with the deal of the day right now.
Powerful start.
Here we are back again, and of course here we have the deal of the day. I must say, yesterday's deal, my son had also tried to win it because it was a whole bunch of chocolates. Right?
That's right.
He was devastated, and I said, Pute, I don't think you can win it. It won't be kosher. Anyway, today's deal of the day, I'm sure lots of people are looking for this. The Fantech HQ52 Tone Gaming Headset. And I know lots of gamers out there. This is another thing that my son would love to get his hands on.
I'm sure he's going to try today.
Yeah. You stand a chance to win this product. All you have to do is locate it on the Daraz app, take a screenshot of it, then send it via WhatsApp to this number, 075 011 7777. And at the end of the show, we will completely randomly pick a winner. And not the two of us. We have our producers will do the picking, okay? So basically, it's the Fantech HQ52 Tone Gaming Headset. Locate it on the Daraz app, take a screenshot, and send that screenshot via WhatsApp to this number, 075 011 7777, and you might be the lucky winner.
Thank you so much. Dara's deal of the day. And of course, like Anu said, we're going to be basically jumping straight into the poll right now. Your daily poll right here on Sitback coming up right now.
Welcome to the universe of the Raz, where you explore and discover whatever you want, whatever you need. All you can imagine is on your feet. When miles are abridged, happiness is unlocked. Discover your Daraz.
Just like that.
It's your cue, Anu.
We are back. Completely by surprise. Okay, time for the poll. And today's poll, of course, is retrofitted to suit the man here and what he does. So this is it. Is creative interpretation of dance a threat to traditions? Yes or no? You can interpret that any which way you want. I'm not talking about the dance, but the tradition aspect of it, okay? Is creative interpretation of dance a threat to traditions? Yes or no? Please send, WhatsApp your answers to our hotline, 077 669 1590. And at the end of the show, we'll tell you exactly where your responses stands, the yeas or the nays.
Rightio, time to jump in straight into the conversation with the maestro himself in the studio, Channa Wijewardene. But before we actually do that, here is a clip that you must see. We'll start that off and get into the conversation right after this.
Sri Lankan culture through dance. Dr. Channa Wijewardene, an internationally acclaimed dancing troupe from Sri Lanka. Bringing together a blend of novelty and timeless rhythmic legacy dedicated to providing quality entertainment. renowned and recognized dance troupe of Sri Lanka, Channa Wijewardene, Performing Arts Foundation, Sri Lanka.
There you go. As always, completely awestruck with Channa's dance troupe and, of course, Channa's choreography. Firstly, Channa, thank you so much for accepting our invitation. And I know you're a busy man.
No.
I know you're dancing the devil, so to say. But thank you for coming on the show with us.
Thank you.
We have lots to talk about, of course. And again, our viewers on Dialogue TV on Channel 1, if you've got any questions, this is the best opportunity for you to actually send it in to us.
Yeah.
077 669 1590. Firstly, Channa, congratulations. 50 years of dance. Massive, massive achievement.
That is incredible. And how did you pull it off being 40 years old?
40 plus 24. 40 plus 24.
But you know, I mean, the first time I met you, Chan, I told you this,
Yeah.
right? Nobody is going to guess that you're 64 years old.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Now
for
they
sure.
know.
Now they know. Now they know.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because is it Channa? And I said, Channa's been around for, as long as we were kids, right? And I was thinking, this young man can't be some guy pretending to be Channa Wijewardene. But it's Channa.
It's all to do with dance.
Yeah, that's what it
All to
is,
do with
right?
dance.
But Channa, tell us when and how did the love for dancing start and why?
Oh, it was a Tuesday.
Wow.
Actually, my father. It's a Tuesday today. no?
It's a Wednesday.
Actually, sorry.
Yeah.
My father used to manage the Chitrasan Kalayathane.
Right.
And my sister used to go there. She was a member of the troupe also.
Okay.
Right. So after Raga, I used to play Raga in college in Isipatana.
Right.
Yes, I knew.
Kolapata.
Kolapata.
And after practice, I had to always go to Kolpiti and bring my sister back home. So one given day, we call her Vajira, my guru.
Right.
I call her Vajira auntie. Vajira auntie is an uncle, that's how we call her. So she said to me, Ane, Channa, can you come and help up with the souvenirs? They had a festival at the Borala YMBU. Satapana is souvenir.
Yeah.
Then I used to with the books, we go Maragana, me, let's say, with these foreigners, white skin,
Right.
packed the theatre. So, in a break, I was trying to what they going. I can hear plants,
Right.
there was an empty seat. I walked in. A funny thing happened. I walked in, and blackout there was a foreign lady who offered me a toffee.
Right.
No queue, expecting she'll tell me, come on. No, then she never said.
She took
Only
it
one.
back.
I thought she no, take it. She never. Come on, no.
Okay, all
Right
right.
then, when the lights came on, there was a marble statue on stage. It's Dr. Chitrasen. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And the one spot by Ambi Borella. That was it. The switch.
Wow.
That was it.
Really?
That was it. And I knew what the people are loving, what they are seeing. It's typical Sri Lankan, what he was doing. In a quarter and a beautifully carved leg, statue kakwe,
Yeah.
and a live orchestra on that side, on the right side. Audio stage point of view, right?
Yeah.
Again, not dancers and he in the middle dance. And he performed Nagitino indicate everyone, and I also stood up.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm still standing. That was it. And then a Tuesday, Vajirandi says, Channa, do you like to join the new class? So myself, Ravi Bandhu, my good friend, Sydney Chandrasena,
Right.
and then another guy called Trisel and Ranjit. Trisel is in Canada, Ranjit is he's in Switzerland. So api pasdena tamai, Sydney is no more with us.
Yes.
Started at Dandi Kama Bhai Kaldala, Palavini, Te, the first Te was taught to us by Guru Chit Vajira auntie.
Yeah.
And on the Kolpiti are open theatre. And that was the first step on a Tuesday.
Wow, this is incredible.
Tuesday.
Amazing.
This is 50 years ago. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
This is 50 years ago.
So now obviously things clearly have moved on a fair amount in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
And now you've also taken dancing to a completely different new level. Yes, you studied the dance that is required to be studied in terms of tradition.
Yeah.
But then you decided to, sort of carve away from
a
that?
completely different path.
Pudi kale, small days, whatever I get, I just change it.
Right.
I buy a pair of shoes, I break the belt, buy another belt, fix the buckles on the shoe. I used to do it and get smacked also. I used to sew my own trousers.
Really?
But I couldn't sew the shirt, collar, I saw trousers. So we used to have, I was creating. So I lived next to the YMCA.
Right.
So it's up here, podi cars, car races. If the car topples, you're out.
Right.
So me zungal and okkama topple it's not easy to go with a toppling. So I took the car, cycle spokes that rode at the elevator. Have a car, rode that, got the road, sing and do it. Again it went off. Then what I did was, I took it's a 1 cent coin.
Thamba sate.
Yeah, thamba sate ara kalawa. Ara me pattare නැති නල බරලස් කරන I started winning. So from my very small days I was always creating like a win that. So going on these traditional lines, I just thought I want to break away from this. Then I have learned Candy and Low Country, a little bit of Kathakali, a little bit of ballet, a little of what are you going to think? Then at this time I was partnering Kema.
Right.
Channa Kema.
Right.
Kema's mother, we were working on a new item. So I think Kema Gamma in the Mama Hadano, I'm doing it's Candian or Low Country or Indian Hari, Mokak Harikak, it's something to do with some tradition.
Right.
So I just couldn't get away from it.
Yeah.
Then just forget about all the dance. You don't do any sort of dance. What else have you done for my body? There are lots of things that I can't say here. But whatever, it struck me.
Wouldn't be a dance.
It struck me sports.
Right.
I said, so take the sports. So, Shrama pass. Then jump shot in basketball.
Yeah.
Right? Then the putt shot. Got all these movements out, put it in. I changed the time, space, energy and changed this into movement. And then Dr. Kemadas, Premsir Kemadas created the music. And I did this item called Swaire, a slave, breaking out of.
Yeah. So breaking out of that slavery, the tradition.
Yeah, and that's, even in the item that happened, I broke away a chain, kadala, but all traditions are going to mix kara. You change the time shift and you can change it. Yeah. And I was criticized left and right. Diggata harata mata gahanta patan gatta.
Yes.
That's good because they're criticizing. I'm doing something new. If they didn't criticize, that means I've not done anything.
Absolutely.
I knew that I have done something.
Right. I mean, the criticism was
that works. That works.
It worked, but there was a fair amount of criticism.
Costumes.
Right.
My thing is, I did costumes for the movement to be seen, not to hide a movement.
Right.
So it has to be brief, it has to be see-through.
Right.
So you can see the movement.
Yeah,
but they started attacking me later. Kakula pair. Kakula, she's wearing a stretch pant.
Right.
Yeah. If that guy is looking that is a stretch pant, that's his problem. What the hell can I do?
Mr. Nirvastrala inno nitaramu.
You look at a devil mask.
Yes.
Look at a devil mask and think the devil mask is smiling at me. Ooh, mata hina. And you can suddenly see him laughing at you, the mask.
Right.
It's the way you look at the thing.
Right.
It is your perspective. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's your perspective.
But Channa, I wanted to ask now, the moment you started the dance class, and dance වලට යනකොට දැන් ඉසිපතනේ රග ගහනවා කියන්නේ වෙන තව ලෙවල් එකක් නේ. මෙතන
දැන් level එක වැඩිද?
දැන් ඊටත් වඩා වැඩි. පොඩක් ඊටට අරන්
කිව්වේ නෑ කාටවත්.
ඒක තමයි.
So nobody knew.
One or මම සේනක කන්නතරකට අහුණා because when my bag fell, my stretch pant fell down.
Right.
මචං අක්කගේ මචං කියලා
අනිත් එකනේ ඉසිපතනේ රග ප්ලේස් ඕම හැදි
ගන්න මොන පිස්ස නටන්නේ නැට වගේම දේසි girls job කියනවනේ ඇම්ප්ලේ රග මේ girls job. And when I did the Sama ballet, මේ කොල්ල මගේ යාළුවෝ ටික තමයි ඔක්කොම මේ ඇඟේ මේකප් දාන්න.
Right.
Then you
එතකොට හරියෝ.
But how did you break away from the criticism? It was not only your fellow dancers who criticized you, but also the media.
Yeah.
The media basically took it to a completely different level.
I was going to stop this. I wouldn't take it.
Why? Okay.
So I went to visit my teacher, Chitrasena. His son was a played drug. Royal Gahana, Mangisi Gahana.
Right.
So, Ara Kamatak Madatin, so I went there at a separate man. He was seated, Bhavana Garnai, the Hamilton Bhavana Garnai. I sat and said, He knew why I've come. So I said, you play raga, no? Manku, yes. What do you want to do if you don't want to be tackled? Just this pass the ball. You have the ball. If you don't want to be tackled, just pass the ball. If you want to go for a try, go for the try. That's all what he said.
Wow.
What a wise man.
That's right. I had the ball. So they're tackling you. You criticize. Criticize them, you're doing something.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
absolutely.
Yeah. ඉතින් මං ට්‍රයිස් තිය ඉන්නවා දැන්. පෙනල්ටිස් දානවා knock on දානවා.
දැන් නම් මන්න කියන all blacks උත් පරාදයි එච්චරට try තියලා.
Now, you obviously now can we say your dance technique is fusion, or is there a name for the dance technique that you've come up with?
Girls, females are based on the Tribanga, 3 curves of woman.
Right.
But I developed a style because when you teach a dancer, there are steps. The first step, the second step, then you go tunga, tei, kita, tam. The steps.
Right.
I took the movement in between the steps. So you do 1, kita, tei. It's not this end. I take movement in between. And I created a dance with the movements in between the steps.
Right.
Which was again criticized.
Yeah,
but there's
of
nothing
course.
modern. It was just from that. So that broke away from me. You take the in-betweens of a step. I hope you understand.
Right.
It's the in-betweens. You go for a Latin step, you can use the in-betweens of the curve, slight curve, pelvis movement, and do something on those without taking the step. And use the step a different way. You change the time, space, and energy.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
And you've done it really well.
I do it. But he said, no, I have the ball.
Absolutely. I think after the first try, it would have come a little easier.
Then I was trying on other things also.
Yeah.
Say, you can Kanta Paksha tries. I was trying penalties.
Sadhana.
I don't know how long we can carry on this conversation. But what is now, when you were dancing, Channa, what was the passion you saw? What was the joy for you in dancing?
Sri Lanka, the powerful Sri Lanka, the richness of Sri Lanka. If all these foreigners can just be glued to the seat like this, it is Sri Lanka.
Wow.
I'm not criticizing raga or basketball or football. You go to Germany, football is football.
Yeah.
Goalie kiyai, center kiyai, forward kiyai. You go to cricket, you get the forward, you get the leg, you get... Dance, Tajitonnanta, only Sri Lanka. Nowhere else. You play it in any other one. Tajitonnang, only Sri Lanka. Nowhere else. And that's unique. And we are so rich in our culture. We may be poor in other things, but culture, api uda.
Yeah, culture is something that we just can't.
Once we won, sorry, we won Carnival of Cultures in Germany.
Right.
99 countries, 178 troops. America came with over 4 or 5 troops, China, Japan, you name all the countries.
Right.
And these groups are with 175. Floats, China, they were somersaulting and making things on top of the float and everything.
Right. Wow.
We went only with 10.
Yeah.
Mama, ticket illupama ape airline එකෙන් දුන්නේ නැහැ ticket.
Right, of course.
Right.
They said no.
Yes.
Then my friend, there was a Ispatini was there. Then friends, එහෙන් කතා කළා Channa, come, you can win this, you can do something. ඔළුව අත ගන්න then Kuwait Airlines sponsored.
Right.
They sponsored.
Of course. Well done.
Ticket 8යි දුන්නේ දෙකක් මං ගත්තා.
Right.
Because I wanted to go there. Only 10, nah? So my theme was the lion flag.
Okay.
Then we boy kassa. So we went. We have to perform for 90 seconds. 90 seconds or one guy spin for the whole 90 seconds. And you can't photograph. Yeah, photograph in Sagar. Photograph when you see the back of the dancer.
Right.
It's so fast. And they were somersaulting around, and there was the lion. So this lion flag, lion, and then I had the 3 colors: the green, the orange, and the yellow, the maroon. The lion was maroon, and with the golden sword. This was the whole theme behind it. Perahara is nothing for us, no. So the procession we hammered the Perahara, no, easily gave one. They got natagana giya. Harriet after 90 seconds, the whole board, they just got up. They were 10 people. The French designers, the American dancers, Hammer company, they just stood up and threw their hats to music.
Wow.
But I never knew we won.
Oh, really?
මම දන්නේ නැහැ දැන්. පහුවදා නිකන් ගිය මචං යම්බම් බලන්න කියලා. Sorry මචං කියනවා. This is live.
No, that's quite all right. This is that kind of place.
This is how it
Young
is.
කියලා. So I said, the guys are sleeping. The needy දැන් මහන්සි වෙලා needy. So I went. And ඉතින් අතන එන first 5 ඉඳන් දෙනවා. ඉතින් 5 දුන්නා. ඉතින් 5 නැත්නම් හොත් අපි නෑනේ. ඉතින් මං I was having ice cream or something. I met a tooth නෑ. අර ඈත treatment won Sri Lanka.
Oh my.
Now the second who became second win with massive flag. Some of China or Japan, Americans who massive flag. Mutton. I had a flag. Are paper color flag scene. Color eka podi lapit. Doing the I took that and got on stage. And I came down with the trophy.
Sure.
Wow.
What a story.
That was amazing. Amazing.
And none of our troops believed it. The man arka gila penwai call kala upuli didn't believe it.
No, right.
Then it has gone on air. Api chitral call kala wish kara. It went live. Yeah.
Right.
Then at that time the president was Mr. Rajapaksa. He was in Bangkok.
Right.
He called and wished me.
Right.
One message gaya tika. Then it was a VIP treatment. Api bahalena kota taken over.
Sri Lankan
Sri Lanka. Then they pulled out. Why did I take a Kuwait? The Kuwait airline ke banner ka ginna because they are sponsoring. Itara kona ka put ekata addani mata. Uncle because they sponsored. You were sponsored. In the president, that guy was. What I did was I made massive masks.
Right.
And eva polu kada dala ehe ine single kollanta ussandiko. So the president and there was a Nilame, there was a bride pitipassa gena okkoma. And the dancers in front.
Must have been really colorful though.
It was very, Sri Lanka is colorful.
Absolutely.
And
Just for people to kind of get up and throw their heads. So that's
and what I did was, our BPM එක change kara.
Right.
I had a nice DJ. And we had the DJ drums, live ගහන එක්කෙනෙක් throat එකේ අර DJ BPM එක පොඩ්ඩ according to the feel he lifts it up. ගානට උසන අපේ උස්සනවා. දැන් ඒකෙම තිබ්බේ නෑ. And we knew exactly beat from it කොහෙද යන්නේ කියලා ඩාංගා ලිස්සෝ අතර ඇරියා තියලා හරියට 90 minutes seconds we stopped.
Wow.
And we bowed. අපි වෙන
fantastic.
Amazing. I mean, what a story. What a story.
This is how we want it.
Now, what do you know, for example? Now,
Another thing happened. Then අපි කෑ ගහලා ඔක්කොම කරලා Jolly now we're going back. One guy came there, you're going through the Tamil territory. I said,
right.
Okay, let's go. Berlin, a lot of Tamils. That I got a man. We are Sri Lankans.
Yeah, of
I said,
course.
okay, no. I said, only play our Tamil version of Surangani.
right.
The Tamil version?
Yes.
Eka gahan and where I can not. One guy came from inside, a massive guy, lifted the lion, and he said, dance it a lion. He's a big shot. He had restaurants, so up to a restaurant and a kanda. So we had to go and have dinner in their restaurant.
Nice.
They look Tamils, they Sri Lankans.
Yes, being Sri Lankans, exactly.
They love Sri Lanka.
Exactly.
If we had more of these cultural identities, you know, these
They were so proud of Sri Lanka.
Actually, none of these problems would have
That guy was saying, Mango, come on. Surangini to Hooki when Tamil. Surangini Tamil. You know the Tamil version, no?
I've heard it.
Yes, of course.
Yes. The bug lifted. They knew that we did something there.
Yeah,
But
fantastic.
it obviously shows that dance sort of breaks barriers right throughout, and as far as culture is concerned, especially Sri Lanka being rich in culture, it just brings everyone together.
We have no other. There's no Indian. There is no ballet. Nothing else comes Sri Lanka.
Right. Yeah.
Just we go in. Even our attire, what we are, is the costume the sun god wear.
Now obviously you're your dance school, right? You have students who have learned from other teachers.
Yes, some. But there are girls coming from 7 years, 5 years, 6 years. They are still in class.
Right, okay. Yeah. Now, how difficult is it for them to actually break the tradition that they learned from and start moving into your style?
I start with tradition. My style comes out, the foundation is tradition.
Right.
And the style comes out of this. But coming from other teachers is difficult because I have to get that teacher's style out.
Right.
Which is the most difficult part.
Right.
But Channa, I want to ask you this very pertinent question.
I feel like playing a table tennis match.
Yes, I know. You're watching a table tennis.
Watching a table.
So basically this, right? Now we talk about the tradition of dance, right? But now isn't your style of dance also considered tradition by a lot of others?
I can't say that.
Yeah.
But there's
But
lot of what makes me happy. I'm always happy.
Yeah.
The reason is because all the people are copying it, so it's lovely. There's
That's
something
wonderful,
happening.
because I've seen it.
People are earning. They're feeding their children from my style.
Yeah.
They're earning, and they have their own schools on that. So
absolutely, because so many schools have sprung up, which is based on your style.
Yeah.
And this is a fact, so we know it already, because now that's the irony of it. You created this wonderful new thing. Now it's considered tradition by a lot of people.
Not a tradition, but one day it'll be a tradition. It can be a tradition.
Are you still getting throwback on your style? even though you did?
Always I always do something new.
Yeah.
And the thing is, now if you draw a line, a lot of people teach backwards from this line what they have learned.
Right.
All the Harambas, what they have learned.
Right.
They can't see above. Now I teach above. Then make a pain nathi egula make it by now. But
Right.
when I go there, what I did about 5 years ago, they are doing it now.
Right.
So I'm going, and they see it different. They always criticizing because they can't take it. They don't know what's happening.
So it's completely new to
It's
them.
always new. If this ballet is going to be new, based on our style,
Yeah.
Right.
it's going to be new.
So how many new styles have you created? Like, if you
I have only one style.
right.
But I borrow
Interpretations.
movements. Now,
Right.
borrow movements in the sense, now working with a production team or some director, he gets a Spanish sort of a music track.
Right.
So then you have to have the Spanish feel in it. You
Right,
can't just
right.
do Indian.
Right.
Then you get Indian with sitar and tabla. Then the Indian style has to come into that.
Right, right.
Then him podi changes. I remember Imran, who was here last Monday.
Saibo,
He
yeah.
did a Saibo, Mr. Imran. Hi Imran, if you're watching. He did this number. Can't remember the name. Kaudar opera singer kenek එක කර මම නම් මතක නෑ.
Okay. Was it Pavarotti? No.
Pavarotti did this number and there was an Indian part in it.
Right.
Indian
Okay.
sitarakෙන් part එක ගාලා he got the Ranga Dasanayake did the music.
Wow. Okay.
Never.
Yeah.
Don't tell me to sing.
Yeah.
And then I went on those slides and went in. It was an Indian girl and a Western
Wow.
guy playing the.
He won't forgive you for it.
Can he call and tell me the
Yeah. Please, Imran, if you're watching,
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
I know
yeah,
you're
then,
watching.
yeah.
Please send us a WhatsApp message to our hotline. The ID is 077-669-1590. Send a quick WhatsApp message.
Or you can actually message any one of us. He has all our numbers.
He has all the numbers.
He has all the numbers. But Channa, when students join your school, what do you expect from them? You are a perfectionist. You have to admit the fact that you're a perfectionist. You need everything according. When students join your school, right? Obviously, there might be a school of thought that it's Channa's school and we have to be there. But, you clearly want 100% commitment from them. What do you expect from your students to take them up to that level?
It's the thought. Their thoughts have to be clean.
Right.
Yeah, its thoughts have to be clean. And every student who comes, the body or the movements are not perfect.
Right.
The reason is, in London, my kindergarten was in London.
Right.
There's a class of K9.
Okay.
So 1 hour they bring you out, put you in banyans,
Yeah.
and you have to walk straight, you have to roll on the ground,
Right.
turn around, do things like that. And the teacher would say, there was this one boy, he said, your body is gone to the side. Now there's a curve in your side. He said, no, bring your mom. Mama banna. Mama scolded. And she came. They kept everyone else in line. This girl, actually the guy had a small curve. Then the teacher asked, where does he sleep? With mom. So,
Right.
Our mom make a corner. So then we give exercise for the left side.
Yeah.
And they correct the figure and teach you what movement is, your posture.
Right. Wow.
So they teach, posture is given. So they say zip up.
Right.
And your posture is given. So when your posture is correct, when you go into the dance, you're correct. Otherwise you can't go. We have 37,000 trillion cells.
Right.
Plus
Wow.
and minus.
Right.
Some are dying, some are coming, some are dying. So this is illusion. I
Yeah.
think ඒක activate කරලා හිතුවත්, you think about that, you can go on that and work on that. And that's what we clean from a dance. Some of the children come, they have faults. අර මුට්ට කරකගෙන ඉන්න පිටකොටු ඉන්නේ.
Right.
So after the මුට්ටිය හදලා this now.
Yeah.
So that this can happen to a child.
Absolutely.
අර හොඳ shallows කෙනෙක් ගත්තා, he's like this.
Yeah. He's actually become one with the
Then
instrument.
he goes to the Alexander technique kala haragana. But we don't need any Alexander technique. We have it in our dance. So
Yeah.
the first thing is you clean. It's like getting a paper with mud and dirt and all. You have to clean, make a kole suddha karan do. You clean it and give the child.
Right.
Then she will draw. So what we do first is cleaning and correcting the figure. Then your blood circle is right.
Yeah.
Your everything comes correct. Thoughts
Wow.
are clean. Your thoughts have to be clean.
Yeah.
Phones langana, phones are thrown off. You kill all the cells when you have the phone here, you're killing yourself.
Yeah. Thankfully. I don't have it near me.
All dead.
But the concentration goes, and suddenly the phone rings, and that's adult one. My phone,
Absolutely.
So when the phone is locked and kept, they don't see the phone. They come at 10, 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
Till about 3:34, they didn't see no phone, nothing. They don't see. They live just with us. The thoughts are the same.
Wow.
That's why a lot of people say our dancers look alike.
Right.
That's
yes.
because they
That's
think
something I wanted to ask
it's the
you,
same thought.
Yeah.
It's the same thought. Wow. They live together, same thought.
Wow, that's incredible. Because actually, when you look at them, you think it's like ekama family ke hath denek විතර හම්බුණාද කියලා. No, because you think, man, they all they have to be sisters.
You must not learn. You can learn, get knowledge, and be a fool, but you have to learn and put it into action ekata dala and be wealthy. If you don't put it into action, mama igana gatta de action ekata damme නැත්තම්, if you don't put it into action, you can just keep this camera and look at them.
Yeah,
A lot of people just knowledge vitarak ganna. They just only take the knowledge and just be there.
Yeah.
You have action, then the wealth comes.
You have to put it into action.
You
after,
have to put it into action.
Imran messaged, and love you, hate you.
Love you, hate you.
Placido Domingo. I thought he was telling me that if you want love you, hate you, but really not.
He also wants to say that love you, hate you.
Love you, hate you.
Placido
It
Domingo.
was love you, hate you.
Yeah, there's no love you with him. And Osolomio.
Right.
Osolomio was the other one, and then Desert Rose with.
Yeah, that's another. But it was love me, hate you.
Love me, hate you. Love you, hate you.
Love you, hate me.
Right. I'm sure he does.
There was the sitar part played by Ranga Dasanak, did the music for that.
Right,
Changed. So I had been there doing the Indian part by the guy was apé Kata Mokadda
Ramsit?
No, the other one Khandunagge Kauda.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
That's the easiest way to say it. Mountain
Yes,
climber. You said Kata, you said Ramsi. You come with 9 at the other time.
Okay, so now this is something I actually picked up, Channa. Now, there are supposedly, now you obviously correct me if I'm wrong, 8 elements a dancer should consider, right? Gravity, rhythm, gesture, posture, like you just spoke about, center breathing, balance, and moving in space. Now, this sounds so technical, right?
You can't be a performer if you're not correct with those.
Right. I was just
You
about
can't. You
ask
have to find your center. It's 3 fingers below navel. That's where the strength is. You can't push a car from here. You can't push a car from, but you can push a car from here. That's where the strength is. That's your power. So no bellies for a dancer. Belly down, you're not a dancer.
Right.
Mum
we are out.
usma ganna tu inne.
Yeah. I was knocked out from birth.
Now,
Then gravity.
Yeah.
Without knowing gravity, you can't go into a leap. You
Right,
need to know what gravity is. Moving in space, those are the jumps. And moving is not only how we use the space.
right.
It's another design.
Right.
අර වෙසක් කුඩුවට අපි ඇඳලා ගලවන්නේ.
Right.
So I do a movement, the space creates another movement, another visual.
Yeah. That's incredible, actually.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Gravity centering. Breathing, rhythm is not the rhythm, it's not that rhythm. It's the today now we're in a different rhythm.
Right.
But you hear a crash or some bomb going out, our rhythm is going to change.
Right.
That's the rhythm we're talking about.
Right.
More like biorhythm.
That's the rhythm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so scientific, isn't it? I mean,
That comes of the 8 elements to be a performer. Posture is very important. Gesture. ඉස්සර කුරුල්ලෝ මචං මේ පැත්තෙන් හැරෙන්නේ කියන්නේ නැහැ කුරුල්ලෝ. පොඩි wing එකෙන් gesture එකක් දෙන්නේ. Then the whole team, the queen,
Right.
she flies and just give one movement for then all the other birds turn. Left turn, right turn කියන්නේ නැහැ කුරු. Gestures came from animals.
Absolutely. අපේ පොලිසියනුත් ඒක කරන හැබැයි කවුරුත් කරන්නේ නැහැ.
වැරදි අතක. පොලිසිය වන්දින් බම්බලි මේ ගුළු ගිටි කණ්ඩ වෙයි දන්නේ. බම්බලි පිටි හන්දියේ. There was this female constable.
the whistle.
Policing Dahal at one time.
Right.
If of buses they had female drivers.
Yes,
Remember,
yes, yes,
policing
yes.
female.
Yeah. I saw the female actual concept.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Like a bumble. All the vehicles got stuck. She stunned, burst out crying and ran. Then what happened? She just ran. Elasto ke liye tibune ekak bambari pidi handi.
Oh, I
bambari
love
pidi
that.
jang. Bambari pidi jang.
Elasto,
That's the
amazing,
sequence.
no?
The sequence.
ඒක දිස්නේ එක ගහ මේ පැත්තට දිස්නේ මේ පැත්තට දිස්නේ.
දැන් දිස්නේ ගාලා අර වෙද ස්පා එකක් තියෙනවා. දිස්නේ වැඩි වෙලා.
දිස්නේ වැඩි. දැන් දිස්ටි. ඒ පැත්තේ තියෙන දිස්ටි.
Disney වැඩි වෙලා අර ඉස්සරහා තියෙනවා.
All right, don't forget questions coming in on number 07766691590. Lots of people obviously think that Channa is really strict. He's strict. He's stuck up. You know, he doesn't talk to people, nose in the air, etc., etc.
Okay.
For individuals who know Channa, completely opposite. I mean, you can see him on the show with us, right? this is Channa,
Absolutely.
right? But you get him to obviously do something, you stay away, right? Because he needs to work his magic at that point, you know. That's
And the thing is, I work with a lot of corporate events where, Channa has given some kind of interpretation or the other. Hundreds, and always.
Right.
So Channa is like the go-to.
Yeah.
And this is considered by the, our full corporate body, like the biggest companies in the country. They consider you like, අපි චන්නට කරුත් මේ වැඩේ හරියන්නේ හරියයි. මාත් කියන්නේ හරියයි අනිවාර්යෙන් හරියයි. ඊට පස්සේ අපි මුකුත් උඩට කියලා කියන්න එපා. මෙහෙම කරන්න හරියට මෙහෙම නෙවෙයි.
It's a job.
Yeah.
When someone comes to එකෙනෙක් ආව කතා කරන මට, they want some acts done. So I spoke about that. කොයි වගේද ඕනේ කොහොම කතා කරලා and they went. Then suddenly we came back. අනේ sir ගණන් කතා කරේ නෑනේ. මම කිව්වා නෑ ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේ වැඩේ කරන විදිය කියලා අපි පස්සේ කතා කරමු. සර් හැම තැනම ගියාම ඉස්සෙල්ලා ගාන අහලා ගාන කියලා තමයි ඒගොල්ලන් කියන්නේ. It's not the money.
It's not the money. Yeah.
In Sri Lanka, when we go to a restaurant, we don't look at the size of the rupees and cents balanne.
Right.
We order something nice.
Yeah.
But we don't do that in Europe. No.
Yeah, that's
We look at the euro and then order.
No, we look at the euro, we convert it, and then we order. And then we kill ourselves and say, why are we paying so much for French fries?
ගෙදර කියලා අලගෙඩියක් කන්න බලන්න.
එහෙම හැරිලා යන කට්ටියත් දෙනවා. අපි දෙක මේ සුපර් මාකට් එකට ගිහලා
7-Eleven එකට ගියා.
Now, over the years, Channa, we've seen the dancers, actually the female gender, taking over much more than the men. Now, in the recent past, we've seen more male dancers coming into play. What's the difference? What changed?
There's a future for the males now.
Why do you say that?
There's so much of events,
Okay.
so
Right.
much acts coming in, and there were no males when they were dancing.
Yeah.
So traditional families, they used to come, and it was females taking over. But this thing is, everyone needs a change now.
Right.
Now, when tomorrow has to be different now. So this change, අපිට පොඩි කාලේ කතන්දර කියනවනේ, it's lovely to hear stories, new story, not the same old story. අලියා ගහ පෑගුවා, අලියා මල පෑගුවා, බඹරා මැරුණා. We are not going to listen to that.
Yeah.
We need something new. So you have to create something new. Then they need to, when they come for a show or something, it's always something new.
Right.
You can't do the old one. So you're going on creating.
Right.
Going on creating.
Yeah.
Creating. And then these people, because for the body what you get, when we go down to the mandate, the stance, we activate all 7 chakras.
Right.
You activate the chakras, and even that Arakotapalandan Harita Sahasra Chakra, which has 1,000 petals. So there are ways of doing it, and there's a philosophy in the dance. It's not just a dance.
Yes.
So some of the West costumes are designed in silver. Because silver sparks,
Right.
Right.
but the other metals shine.
Yeah.
Make a spark,
Right.
and for fire. Fire was our light. So you have gold, and you put a yellow color tissue, polythene in front of
Foil.
foil.
Yeah.
In front, look at the gold watch, it looks dull, dumb,
Right.
flat, pot.
Right.
But if you look at a silver part,
Yeah.
it starts
It
spark.
catches fire on that.
Yeah, so that's a costume.
How important is the right costume for the dance?
There is 2 ways. The Kenyan costume is created, no one can even touch it. It's such a beautiful creation. No one can. There are 108 knots. Every knot touches a pressure point.
Right.
All the knots are touching the pressure point. So you're activating the human body when the pressure points are touched. You wear the things on the legs called silambu. From 5 metals, it's done. It connects to the floor. So there's earth coming. There's current in it. There's electricity.
Right.
So that comes. So this costume, and there are 9 stones, and your birthstone is just here. You have 9 stones.
Right.
And you're wearing this costume, and Once you get into the costume, it's just marvelous.
Okay.
The feel you get in this costume. You cannot change it or even get close to it. It's such a marvelous costume. But every dance movement has to come close, has to be another part of the costume.
Right.
It has to synchronize with the costume. So hand just has to sync. You get this hand, there's a curve going this way.
Yeah.
The curves, not the other way.
Right.
Got it.
And there are hidden lines. And they say these hidden lines are connected to the galaxy.
Right.
Just ape lagne wage.
Right.
So you do this hidden line is connected to that's what they say. So that's a feel you get.
Right.
You cannot change that. You can't even try to change. You can get close to it. Other costumes are to show the movement.
Okay.
We have to show the movement. To show the movement, the costume is also a part of the dance, another character.
Yeah.
You take anything to it, they become a character. So the texture plays a big game. What texture? You know that there are male textures and female textures. There are male blues, there are female blues.
Right.
There are male reds, female. You can't put female red and a female texture on a male. It looks funny, which is happening.
Wow.
Which is
Never
happening.
knew.
Yeah.
Which is happening. There are sariya karagana female red dekai, female red and the he looks like
Yeah.
the way he walks, his hands are good like this.
Right.
But male, female thing they come on.
Okay.
So you should know what you're playing. Then the energy of color. Color is energy. I can have 10 dancers and the energy goes to the audience. Then I can have 7 on this side and I can 3 on this side and still I can get the energy by changing the color or changing the light or changing the backdrop. This can give the same energy to the audience. It's what we do is within the energy of the costume. The audience, and we get the audience to us.
Channa, do you solely focus on all of these when you put on a show, like the costume?
I sketch the costumes while I create the dance.
Correct.
I
And
just
even the lighting?
Yeah, I have some sort of something.
Okay.
Then I get Channa or someone to do the lighting, but
Right.
we sketch. If sketch ka idea come, he knows. You can cut the whole costume if you do the wrong color.
Yeah.
You hit a pink on a green, it turns black.
Right.
You should know exactly what what the color you're going for.
That is incredible technicality.
You should do the wrong
Yeah.
It's like,
How many people have you? I mean, you've been to weddings as a guest, let's say. How many
hold that
people?
thought, Tanu. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
I think there's a question here that we'll come back to that question.
Okay,
there.
okay.
Jeevani
Jeevani,
says, yeah.
is there an age criteria to learn dancing, taking into account the flexibility of the human body?
Good question.
Yeah.
Okay, 4.5, 5 now. Because lesser than that, your bones can bend. It bends.
Okay.
It bends.
Yeah.
So you put the child into that pose. She's too young to understand what the teacher is saying. And she might do faults. Faults can happen to our body.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to correct the body. When it's strong enough, you can come into it.
Yeah.
But you can give slokas and poems and dance and cheat the child and keep the child there.
Right.
But I don't think that should be done. So when after 4.5 to 5 years, you're strong enough to do it, and you can. Otherwise, make other way in the pulwa.
Pulwa. Right.
You don't know what's happening.
Right.
That can happen. I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Right.
Then the other thing is, you have your mom's accent. I have my mom's accent. We all have our mom's accent.
Okay.
So 9 months in a stomach, you're programmed like an empty computer. You're programmed.
Right.
Then after you're born, the first 7 years, you're programmed by your father, by your friends, by your
Correct.
Neighbors.
Society, yeah.
7 years. After 7 years only, you become yourself. So this program has to be correct.
Right.
So sending a child to a dance class in 4.5, 5 is very good because she's cultured.
Mm-hmm.
So this culture goes on. The ballet is based on this. Ballet is based.
Right.
So then you're cultured. You're cultured, and you go with art.
Wow.
Then you get the rhythm. Then you have very clean thoughts, no negative thoughts.
Right.
No, a normal person has 70% negative thoughts and only 30% positive thoughts. A bit negative habit, I mean. But when you're in dance or some sort of any culture,
Yeah.
your thoughts are clean. You can get over all these things.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get in the I was very famous sitting on a drain. You won't dream of touching that water. And I had a friend called Gappi Saba. Call him Gappi Saba. My God, he was very clear. He was very clear. He was very Oh, Dano, Gappi Dano, sorry, Gappi, Indian Gappi.
Absolutely.
But we all did that.
Yeah,
But all that stopped when I started dancing because you suddenly become spiritual.
Right.
You know, I read Jeevani's question another way. Like, is there, like, if you're older, let's say you are 20 something, can you
You can,
get into
even
dance?
more than, even above 20 you can. Then how you think. You have to change the style. You have to change everything what you're doing. A dancer is a cultural ambassador. How you go and have meals in a hotel, how you sit, everything counts. How you sit in a flight and when you're traveling, how do you walk into a hotel, how you use the room in a hotel.
Right.
When you're coming out, it has to be better than what you were in. We are praised when you come out of a hotel. I mean, among Canada,
Yeah.
you're praised. Now you see, I can't do that, but there are one of our neighboring countries, one of our name, Ape Hadana Roti, Hadana Dani. And I've seen this. And the housemaid, they hate them when they come. Can't tell the name. Yeah. But Ape, so they have to have it very clean.
Yeah.
All no rally, bed deke. Let her come, that's okay. One we want tour. We went doing tour to Velai done. Going on and on. This was in the States.
Right.
So we performed at Houston and we had a show at Hawaii, in Hawaii. So we had to fly to Hawaii. Hawaii Kerala, api bags okkama Hawaii Kerala. Enokata we had a 16-hour break at Houston. Then 16 hours in the band. So we were at a house called Karuaya, a very nice gentleman. Right. He always says, we never go to hotels. Right. We get a friend and live with them.
Right.
Hotel gam strict ne kata kan blah blah blah. Nothing, just fun. Just fun. There were horses was there.
Yeah. Wow.
So when we back in, so 16 hours they sent the vehicles. We took all the bags and went there back for lunch. In tears, wife was saying, as you all left, I got my maid to do the rooms. And she came and said, what is there to do? Just madam, come and see.
Wow.
And it was tears in the eyes and she saw the toilet and how it was looked up. This training is given.
Right.
Right.
Because you're a cultural ambassador. Absolutely
on point.
Cultural ambassador.
But you did talk about the new ballet that is in production right now.
Yeah.
Just before we obviously talk about that, we'll give you a little bit of the style of the ballet that's actually planning.
I'm just going to say, this style, though I'm there, it's taken by the young crowd. Okay. My daughter and the other fellow dancers with them, I'm pulling the style from them because they see the future more than us.
Yeah.
Right.
We may be out of fashion.
Yeah.
Right.
No, actually,
I'm just 40 years.
Yeah.
They are young. No?
Yeah,
So it's from them I take movements from them now.
Right.
So
let's just take a look at this one for you and we'll be back right after we give you a little glimpse of what's coming up on with the new production.
සඳලු තලාවෙන් දිවේදෝෑ මදෙස මුලාවෙන් බැස ආදෝෑ සඳලු තලාවෙන් දිවේදෝෑ මදෙස මුලාවෙන් කවදා
I just wish we had the cameras on while that was going on, at least on a split screen, because Channa was doing the moves here.
Yeah. And he explained the. So, Channa, there's now a lot more elements involved in this ballet.
Yeah.
Can you call it ballet, or I mean, it's a combination of lot of things.
There are voices coming.
Yeah.
There may be dialogues coming. There's music and there's natural sound coming also. And when you're choreographing something, a ballet now, we have to think of the big screen. Okay.
Right.
Theatre.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a 160 angle, you know.
Right.
The theatre comes. Then comes the TVs. Then comes the handphone. We had to think of all this because when it's staged, someone can send it live.
Yeah.
But if I should know about the frame.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, I'm not going to. No one is going to say that. So every frame has to be perfect.
Yeah.
So you have to think of all this. That's why I'm getting away from the LED panel and going into a short throw.
So there are no LED panels?
No LEDs. We're going for a short throw projection because the quality and it's very smooth. When it comes to LED, we lose the backlight.
Right.
Yeah.
LED, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
That's good for award nights or something, but this could be different.
How long have you been working on this?
About 1 year.
1 year.
About 1 year.
Yeah.
And you're almost done.
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm composing with existing music to get the feel,
Yeah.
and then going to give that feel to the music director
Right. Then they'll come up with a whole new interpretation of.
of that feel.
Right.
That's what I'm doing.
Looking forward for this.
This is
I
incredible.
loved it.
And where are you going to stage this? Is it for some special occasion,
It's
or you do want to say
50 years.
Right. Of course. That
It
is a
will be in
special-
November because that's my daughter's birthday.
Right.
It might be at Lionel because that's where I started.
Yeah.
Right.
Fantastic.
Right.
I'll just tell you my first performance. There's the ballet. No one can touch that ballet. It's Karadia. That is
Right.
the ballet. And, you know, we practice it so much. It's just here. I'll just get up and dance now. It's just here. So one day, I call my guru, Vajiranti and Chitsanaka. Chitsanaka says, Channa, you're playing Karadia. Next Karadia, you're playing Karadia. So I practice and all that. Perfect. So, and you had podi ambuda, I think, podi redikara. That's all. The whole body lines, everything, you know, move and then That's all.
Gucci jeans.
Yeah,
and,
go
Armani shirt.
And so in the costume, Lana went to get the long mirrors.
Yes.
So I'm just posing, and then just before the ballet started, he came and said, Channa, you're playing the last scene. The last scene. I said, okay, I'm going to do that. Bye. I can.
Respect.
Respect. You just,
Yeah.
I said, okay. And so ballet is going on. I'm in the mirror now, practicing for the last scene. And there's a moment you get, there's a song, and there are gestures to do the song. So, mommy, my body getting ready for that. Just before that scene came, said, Channa, you're playing Chandu. Chandu is the main character. I said, okay.
This is all in the middle of it while it's going on.
Yeah.
The performance.
Chandu character can marry now. He has to.
Yeah.
I could leave basketball, you know, and it's just a strobe light, and it was lightning. So leap. I dropped dead on the rock.
Right.
That was my last scene.
Right.
That was my start. But I'm just telling this, I never gave up. දැන් කරොත් එහෙම මෙච්චර අම්මා විල මෙච්චර ළමයි මෙච්චර ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරලා ඉතින් මේ හැමදාම ඇවිල්ලා අම්මා ඔක හැමදාම මේ කරන්නේ මේ කැලද That was my start.
Wow.
Just running around and falling on the ground.
How do you handle that?
I was not even in the bow.
Hey, Maryland.
I was backstage.
let's just quickly go through some key moments in Channa's life from his early days as we're celebrating 50 years of dance with Channa right here on Sitback. Some interesting pictures we'll ask Channa to sort of explain while we go on. So having it on the screen right now. Ooh, Channa.
Sir William Gopala.
Yeah.
And Kaudara scout in power.
Power.
Yeah. He's next to him.
Yeah.
And behind.
So he's like the
those
father of
two
scouting
is-
in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, behind those two is Channa Wijewardene with the maracas.
Oh,
They're
right.
With the maracas, right, okay.
How
And you
cool.
get this can with tennis balls.
Yeah.
Tennis ball line putty gal kala.
Oh.
That's my first appearance on stage in 1968.
Right. And you were in Isipatana by this time, no?
No, make Aditya.
Right.
I'm running with Sena Karnaratna, who is in Aussie now.
Right.
We won this, huh?
Right.
We won this. Again 68, the 60 or no Maganang.
Robert Baden-Powell.
Robert Baden-Powell.
Correct.
Or in
Correct.
Suruttu akada. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's
So-
him, no? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I was in the scout. I was in the scout team. I was a cub. You can see I'm a different one.
right.
Yeah.
This was Colombo 2. Colombo 2nd scout team.
Wow. Okay. So this is early days. What else do we actually?
The drummer there was Dulip Vijay Singh, Jetliner's drummer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right.
He's in Hong Kong now. You can't see the drummer.
You can't see
the
It's another photograph. He is there.
Right.
Vijay Singh, yeah.
Okay. So obviously you've clearly taken pictures with some absolute superstars and royalty.
The biggest, show me the biggest celebrity.
The biggest celebrity, Amitabh Bachchan.
No. The Jimmy Carter, no. Prince Charles, no.
The one all alone.
No. My guru, Chitrasena.
Right.
Oh, right.
That is Ravi Bandhu, Dr. Chitrasena and me.
Yeah.
This was taken in London. Just before our show, we performed at the Sadler's Theatre. This was just before that. අර මම තඩි කැමරා එකක් ප්‍රජාත තිබුණා මගේ අතේ.
Super. ඒකත් අල්ලගෙන ඉන්නේ.
That's Aishwarya Rai when she came to Sri Lanka was training
Right.
on
Right.
Amitabh Bachchan, the game when he came to Sri Lanka.
How many countries have you performed in, Channa? Pass again. Whoa, okay. Yeah, we don't even have to go there then.
Wow.
How many cities? Even more.
How many passports?
Yes,
just
that's
told-
exactly what you told me.
All right, let's move on.
yeah.
This was Jimmy Carter. This was in Houston, huh?
In Houston?
No, not in Texas.
Okay.
And this
Right,
was at the basketball ring. And Michael Jordan will artist was statue.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to take a photograph there. He was going into a layup.
Right.
Michael Jordan, famous layup.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Massive statue. He saw us dancing and he came backstage looking for this Indian dance company.
Oh, right.
Really?
There is no Indian dance. We're Sri Lanka.
Wow.
Yeah, Sri Lanka.
So you met him?
I'm there with him. Jimmy Carter.
No, Jimmy
not
Carter. I was
Michael,
Michael.
not Michael Jordan.
Okay,
Yeah.
So he was there. ඊට පස්සේ මෙතන හොඳ වැඩක් වුණා කියන he became friends. අපි ඔක්කොම යනකොට he was looking for us.
Right.
So that's Sri Lankan. He said we call it Taprabene. ඒ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන මොකක්ද කියලා.
Yeah.
What happened was we had that changing room here with our tea and our biscuits and everything.
Right.
And in the other room there were brownies and coffee and everything.
Right.
අපේ කට්ටිය ගිහලා අරකේ brownies, coffee that was Jimmy Carter. We have eaten. He was with a hat එක ගලන අර famous cowboy.
Yeah,
අපි
yeah.
යාගේ brownies
නියමයි. American president කෙනෙක්ගේ brownies කාපු එක මොකක්ද?
and it's black coffee.
Super.
මේක ඇලවෙනවා. So black it gets stuck.
Okay, what else do we actually have?
There was the four. They were called the four golden girls.
Okay.
That's Nirosha, Chami, Nimmi, and Vindhya. And this guy here is Channa. In the middle?
Yes,
the
yes.
guy there.
That's myself and Vindhya there.
Right.
Yeah. This is, I did a workshop in Rome and I made them dance. I did 6 harambas, dance
Right.
steps with this Roman, Italian dance company. That was a royal dance company. So I
Right.
trained them.
Right.
We done it 3 hours. That's me and Upuli. And that's done one.
Oh.
So these are the on tour යනකොට අරවා.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
Fantastic. What a lot of memories.
Amazing memories.
That was a calendar I did long time ago.
Yes.
I did
I have seen this at
Oh my
Grants. Densu had a copy of this, I believe.
This my knee went after. The whole day I was jumping. Lakshman Rajathakoda ගත්තේ. You know Lakshman?
Yes, yeah, of course.
He was shooting.
Yes,
There was a net going on. I was jumping.
Yeah.
Tower all. But අන්තිමට ආපේක හොඳයිනේ.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
That's a parting group.
That's actually an iconic picture.
Yeah.
That really is an iconic
Listener,
picture.
we are listeners.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to have 60-40. 60 listen, 40. 60 listening, we learn. 40, we throw out what we know.
Right.
So that's a 60-40. And that's a dance. You know, when I was breaking away from my style, I was experimenting things.
Amazing stuff. And
That's the famous Pia Bole, which went up to plus 1 million views. We did this at the wedding. I just give us a surprise. Like, I just need one more chance
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
Pia Bole, and we just did the wedding. Bride looking karayega.
Fantastic.
Which has gone over 1 million now.
Let me just quick, on a aside say, what a wedding. What a wedding.
He was there.
I was there and I loved it. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you.
That's the opening of Nelum Pokana, and that was the first time we got from cable dancing. The dancers came down
Right.
cables.
Wow.
This is the famous dancers with 5 lions who do this.
Right.
Nelame. That's That's the same thing as
Nelumpokana.
Nelumpokana.
Right.
Again, I'm lecturing these girls in Rome, and that's the same thing. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. 50 years of I'm so tired.
You're tired?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Imagine me, 50 years.
How
the Panake?
Tired talking about it for 1 hour. But Channa, it's just simply amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, we, of course, as fans and viewers of dance,
Of course.
we just see what's on stage. But the amount of work that goes behind, not many people realize the amount of work that really does go behind every step and the thought behind every step.
We should know our audience.
Right.
Because the audience can change. Every different event is a different audience.
Yeah, of course.
We have to cater to that audience, not another audience. So sometimes the production we do in Colombo is different, the one we do in Kandy is different. Is there a train going or a dog?
Yeah.
Ruhuru Kumari?
No,
That's nobody in the studio, let me just assure you.
that's our cue to say, shut up.
Maybe he wants to get in on the act.
Get his attention.
Yeah.
So Kandy is different. Now when you do Japan, Tokyo is different, Osaka is different.
Yeah,
right.
It has to change because they think different. New York is totally different. LA is different. New York can be very fast.
Yeah.
They think fast.
When just before we actually wind up, Channa, when will you know that it's time for somebody else to actually take over your legacy? When will you know? Or will you know?
Now I've handed over to my students. They're taking
Right.
over. I'm
Right.
just back seat.
Okay.
Because they think different.
Right.
Because technology is different.
Yes.
Everything is different. My daughter is doing a lot now.
Right.
She's going. I just wanted to say one incident. Again, Imran was involved in this. We were going to New York, and our transit was Paris, Indian Airlines. We went to New York. We didn't get a costume. We didn't get a single bag.
You lost your bags.
All the bags. Bhatia, Santosh, Okko my bag. Imran, Edward, no bag. Nothing.
Oh, great.
And the show was the next day. The day after that. Then I had my friend called Dilan. I said, Dilan, whatever. Now we had to perform. We can't say no costume and just Kalichamadang in the band. So I have to do something. We went to the Indian street and the Chinese street. I went to the Chinese street, bought a mask. Bima Demma, our stickers, alavala, kadwa, broke it. The pieces.
Right.
Made earrings from the mask and necklaces. We got materials, shawls, made it like boot tops, different way. Got saris, put into costumes.
Wow.
And we made costumes which are still called New York costumes. We still had them.
Wow.
And we did the show. And Peter Hill was in there. Thank God you got your costumes. I said, sir, we didn't get a single costume. We didn't get
Made it on the fly.
we got it back when we went to Germany, we got the costumes.
Right.
Going back to Germany, we were performing in Germany.
Right.
Going back. Imran is on this tour.
Wow.
But he can wear suit and come again. No?
Yeah.
He can wear the other side. We have to dance.
Oh, amazing stuff. I mean, we can actually go on talking.
I
Channa.
know, actually, I
We
wish
passed
this
1
was-
year?
Oh, it's
Yes.
way past. But we don't want to stop.
We really don't want to stop, unfortunately. But yeah, I think we're to the tail end of the show. Just before we reveal the poll for you, I think it's time for us to basically find out who the lucky winner is
Yeah.
for the
Dara's deal of the day.
Deal of the day.
Yeah, so this was what was up for grabs. The Fantech HQ52 Tone Gaming Headset. You simply had to locate this on the Dara's app, take a screenshot of it and send it via WhatsApp to this number 075 011 7777. Many people have done so. So completely randomly, may we have the winner.
Here's the winner. Congratulations to
M. Muzadik. So the Dara's deal of the day winner today is M. Muzadik. I hope you've given your details. I'm sure he has. Dara's will be in touch with you and your gift will be delivered to you.
courtesy of Dara's, our wonderful sponsors on the show. Right, time for us to quickly jump into the results of the poll right after this.
I think we
Welcome
have-
to the universe of the Raz, where you explore and discover whatever you want, whatever you need. All you can imagine is on your feet. When miles are abridged, happiness is unlocked. Discover your Daraz.
That was the commercial from our sponsors. Now we will get into the results of the poll.
Have we started the program?
Yes, we have. We are back on air.
I know, from the beginning we started.
Yes.
Oh, I was so relaxed.
That was the show,
That was the show. Oh, right. My God.
not a warm up.
I mean, a lot of people think me. Telo Channa මෙතන යකාට කරනවා මුන්නේ.
නෑ මම හිර වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් වචනේ නෑ හිර වෙනවා.
Right.
You get stuck, but
Yeah.
But you're a comfortable time with us.
comfortable time. Good seat also.
That's the most important thing. Let's have the
And the table tennis match. Watching the
Yes,
table tennis
yes,
match.
also.
Tennis match.
මගේ
table-
පොස්ට් එක කරන්නත් වෙනවා මොකද මම මෙහෙම අරගෙන ඉන්නේ.
This is badminton.
True.
Time for us to give you the daily poll, and this was the question we asked for you.
So it's very simple. Is creative interpretation of dance a threat to traditions?
Before
Yes
we
or
actually
no?
get into that, the poll, what do you think, Channa?
They think it's a threat. It's not a threat because the tradition, if you do it powerful, the creation can't wake up. You have to do it powerful. They can wake up and go on another line, but they can't cut it off. But if the tradition is weak, who are doing it, the creation will take over.
Yeah,
It'll be a
yeah.
threat. So it's up to them. If you want, if they make their own threat.
Right.
Correct.
Right. So let's have what the answers were. Everyone watching us. 30%.
30% say creative interpretation of dance is a threat to tradition. So actually tradition standing strong.
Yeah.
You know, and thank heavens for that because Sri Lanka is known for,
tradition.
especially in our cultural aspects.
Yeah.
It's how shall I say, unviolable.
Unwavering.
Unviolable. Cannot be violated.
Now, a lot of people make this mistake when you say creation. When you say fusion,
Yeah.
they take different steps from Atanim,
Yeah.
Metanim. They take step and mix it together, make a salad. That's not a fusion.
Right.
The fusion is something like there is blue and there is yellow.
Yeah.
And when you get the blue and yellow and you start mixing it, what comes out?
Green.
Green.
Yeah.
You mix it well. A different color comes out. You have to borrow movements or take movements and start creating, get something new. Not mixing them and showing the green and blue separate.
Right.
Blue and yellow.
Right.
You got what I'm saying?
Right.
That's fusion.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Now, but before we go, I must say, to put a little warning disclaimer out there to everyone who looked at Channa and thought this was an easy thing, especially can ගල්බාගයක් ගහලා හිතනවා නම් ඔයාට ඇවිල්ලා fusion dance එකක් කරන්න කියලා. Please don't.
It's not a fusion. It's not a fusion. You won't get the gull also, you won't get the bargain also.
අන්තිමට මුකුත් නෑ.
Moguth naha, not even the bite.
Yeah, you might end up on those hilarious wedding videos where යකාට බිම දැකලා
Sarma aragana.
ඒව නෙමෙයි. So on that note.
Oh, what a wonderful conversation it was with Channa. Channa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was
Thank you.
Channa,
absolutely
thank you very
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you.
We are big fans.
Thank you. Right.
always.
Thank you.
Thank you
I'll be in the vehicle like this. I go to Dehiwal, I'll be going like this.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have a wonderful conversation coming to an end, and tomorrow we have another guest coming on the show tomorrow night at 9:30. Till then, have yourself a wonderful night.
Take care. Bye bye.